Georgetown and USF Big East game number 5 for each. And now time for our one-on-one market centers on the offensive end.
Jason, these two teams are dead last in points per game in league play, so I'm calling it offensive solutions. For the Hoyas, Otto Porter Jr., he's got to be the focal point. I'm saying they've got to Porterize possessions. He needs at least 12 to 15 attempts. And for the Bulls, they've got to play faster. More shots might mean more opportunity.
And Alfred Smith, this Big East crew. USF wins the tap, and Martino Brock, the junior guard from Memphis, takes it to the rim.
Well, I talked about playing faster. How about in the first 10 seconds? I love the baseline drive by Brock early.
These are two of the top 4 field goal percentage defense teams in the Big East. So we'll likely see a low-scoring game tonight, we expect.
How about on cue? Play faster and Porterize your possessions. Cannot give him that good of a look.
13-3 of the
giveaway. Got to take advantage. And here's a box and one. First time we've seen this all season. 4 guys in the blue jerseys are playing zone. One, Harrison is man-to-man on Snake.
Well, the good news for Stan Heath is that he's got a freshman who's out and flying early on. You young players, remember this. Always follow up. Good things will happen. And the Bulls are out early.
Rich, I want to go back to Eric Murphy. You know, every coaching staff has 2 sets of stats. Your overall stats and then your stats against the best teams you play. And for Florida, they're big 4 on the schedule, which would be Florida State, Marquette, Kansas State, Wisconsin, Arizona. Those 5 games. Murphy's averaged 14 points per game, so he's actually played his best against the best competition.
Murphy, Young with a flush and a foul.
Big to big. This time does work. Again, I can't harp on this enough. I think Young needs more touches. Watch, Murphy gets in off the bounce. Little shuffle pass that Young was ready to gather and finish. And now Young goes to the free throw line where the adventure begins. Rich talked about earlier fouling the bigs because you get and Young are shaky free throw shooters.
But you got to get to Young early, and you got to get there.
Good decision with 3-on-1 in numbers, but Porter is a great finisher around the rim. Let me finish my thought about the injuries and players being out. Defense is basically about effort, but offense is about executing and timing. And when you have players out the way USF has had, then your offense really suffers.
So you're saying it hurts you more on the offensive end than the defense.
A young team, Black driving the lane. If they get plays like that, there will be excitement.
I talked about opportunities to beat players off the bounce because when you're out denying the wings, Rich, you're not in a help position.
You know, in between bodies, he gets around your ankles and gets by you.
He dribbles almost like Maurice Jones-Drew runs the ball for the Jaguar, doesn't he? 3 for Trawick, who's got his 7th triple of the year.
Yeah, just 29%, feeling it a little bit here. And Georgetown all of a sudden has opened up a little gap, and this zone is giving USF headaches.
Largest lead for the Hoyas of 6.
I like the fact they're moving Fitzpatrick, who's a quality 3-point shooter, around. But Collins cannot get shots off, so it's almost like they're playing 4 against 5 against the zone.
Long 3, Hawkins missed it strong. And a foul on the rebound. 3:59 to go in the first from the Sun Dome. USF trailing by 6. And that is stalled USF some, don't you think?
Again, they're not in gaps. That's much better there. The ball's got to be ball fake and movement. Great job.
What a find by Collins, down low to Fitzpatrick. Anthony Collins last time out, 8 assists, 1 turnover in that game against Rutgers.
Doesn't always have to be pass, but a ball fake. Watch when Collins gets the ball back at the top. The ball fake, he's going to get it here, look away, and then that opens up a passing lane to Fitzpatrick inside. Wonderful job by a guy who's had a few assists in his young career.